Hey guys, Angry Monkey here,
And Jackson Ferrell from Hot Pile of Garbage.
and we are just about to open this door. So you guys have been waiting and anticipating forever for us to open this door. So
Yep.
let's open this door.
Unless we've already uploaded the whole series and you're just binge watching them, in which case it was
It's
like
only been a couple
5
seconds.
seconds. YouTube time, people!
Yeah!
Alright, here we go. Open that door. The only door in and out of this room is right next to the weird device. So I need to back out of the screen and then open the door.
Yeah, because we had to back away before we can move forward.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You found it!
Whoa!
Yay!
I found the black screen.
Accompanied by a wall of angry water. Grrr! Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall. Gasping to catch his breath, he looked around. He was in a narrow hallway. The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs. Just 5 steps, in fact.
Huh.
Same as my number. And at the top of this short staircase,
A door! Another door!
Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door. The door burst open and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
Well, what the stuff?
His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare at the stairs.
A polished floor stretch. Oh, you're the narrator.
A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them, how's that word pronounced?
Equidistant?
Equidistant from the others. Oh, that makes sense. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and art something embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s.
Much like the ship.
Junpei couldn't help but wonder, was he really in a ship?
I
The
mean,
water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggests that, yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved toward the stairs.
yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally Wait, what, the video games? A wave?
Surf's up, dude!
Poop! I gotta get out of here!
Junpei spun around in his wet shoes, squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. At least he closed the door.
Whoosh!
Whoosh! C deck.
I see the deck.
B deck.
I don't be the deck. No.
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
This is a very dramatic reading of that sentence.
He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself.
Where will I find myself? I'm not entirely sure.
Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead.
I wonder where these...
Whoa, people! Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more. All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. Whoa, a person! He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another.
They stared.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if we just keep it held there, they wouldn't move. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? In the words of Patrick, who are you people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds.
No, it didn't.
The woman spoke to Junpei and, well, how many seconds? I mean, an hour is still a bunch of seconds.
That's true.
The woman spoke to Junpei and time began to move again. Okay, so what's her voice going to be?
Should I do her voice, or do you want to?
No, that's up to you. I guess we should alternate. So you got Junpei, I got narrator, and Zero.
Well, the narrator's a lot of voices.
Yeah.
So I guess I should supply
Okay.
her voice. I guess there's another one of us now.
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little and her precious jewelry little more.
Hey, you! Come on!
Oh, it's like Navi.
Hurry!
With no further ceremony,
Listen!
straight past Junpei and toward the doors behind him. The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman. The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering. I guess should I do him?
Yep, you're up.
All right. One of us, huh? Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and his shock of hair struck Junpei as an elderly lion.
Okay, I need a voice for this guy. Going up won't... No! Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
The next to speak was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
I think you know what you need to do.
Come on!
I was really expecting you to go for the low voice, but that works.
Hey, come on.
Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry.
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene. And he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help the feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would look like.
What, Junpei, you've never played Prince of Persia?
So who wants to do this?
That's 9 of us, then. All of the cards are in hand.
What does all the cards in hand mean, he wondered. Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him and they were gone. He turned just in time to see 2 more people running toward him.
Oh no, more voices.
One of them had hair like a bird's nest and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him, and the other was a veritable mountain of a man. The scrawny one said nothing and scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something. Okay, you got this guy.
Oh, isn't it your turn? I did the prince.
I don't want to do this guy. I want to do the other guy.
Okay, fine. I'll do this guy. Let's see. I need a mountain voice. Hey, what the bad place are you standing there for? Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it?
This is one of the other guys from my channel, but
Now go.
I'll just let him go to voicemail.
Okay.
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way.
Whoa!
Thrown off balance by the man and recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward. There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set in the wall in front of them. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number.
Just like the door in the cabin I was in.
Yeah. Okay, so one's got a 4, the other's got a 5.
So all we've got to do is combine the doors and we'll have a 9 and beat the game.
Oh, that was easy. We're almost done then. Okay, we still got time. They're the same. Whoa. The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself. The room I woke up in is number on the door, just like that. Should I give him a surfer dude voice or something, or what should I give him?
It's your call.
We need variety in the voices, I guess.
Yeah. You too, eh?
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver.
My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in the rather grand room full of stairs, as, I suspect, did the rest of you.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Oh, this'll be fun.
Blah, 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 blah. Me too, I did too.
Yeah, door.
Number on it.
It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved the puzzle to escape. They all ended up in the same room, almost as though they had been guided there.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
Yeah, you think I don't know that lady? No, I don't know. That voice doesn't work for him, but...
It's okay. We can keep fishing till we get a good voice.
He grabbed hold of the door, labeled 5, and pulled. However... Great, it's not opening. Fiddlesticks. This gosh darn thing won't even budge.
Move. You're in the way.
The mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps back and threw himself at the door. Once. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again. Junpei turned towards door 4.
That guy's persistent.
Next to the door on the wall was a small box. It looked just like the other one he'd seen in his room next to that door. It was the same. Then this door was likely locked as well. Still, he had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all of his weight onto it. Oh, that's right, it's you. Oh no, I broke the handle. It was locked, as tight as the door next to it, as he suspected.
Darn it!
Junpei punched the door. It did not respond, but had a massive dent in the hole because he's that strong. Were these the only doors, he wondered? He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he'd passed on the way up sprang unbidden to his mind.
It reminds me of that trick where you release the 3 pigs in the school with the numbers on them, 1, 2, and 4.
Oh, and everybody's looking for 3.
Yeah. What if these doors are the only doors? Just 4 and 5.
What about 1, 2, and 3? His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei stared and ran back towards the stairs. Turned and ran back.
Or what if later on you've got a door with just 1 million scrawled on it?
He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off this girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before.
Dun dun dun!
He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. Should we stop it here, or?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. It's a little bit shorter than the others, but...
It's all good.
Yeah.
You've played this game, you know where good stopping points are.
Yeah, I was gonna... so who is this girl? Find out in the next episode. So this has been Angry Monkey.
And this is Jackson Ferrell.
And we're going to say goodbye, and I hope you guys are enjoying the story and our impersonations of these characters. And yeah, we're going to be seeing these characters for a while, and so you better get used to our voices of them, and hope we can get used to our voices of them. So,
hope I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Good times.
Yeah, anyway, so we're going to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
Adios.